believe in healthcare, labor, and human dignity because I'm a Marxist. I believe it because I was a waitress. I believe that when a person gets sick, they shouldn't go bankrupt. I don't care what this woman says about me, but
We've got a few clips to watch of AOC with Bernie Sanders as she's doing this tour, showing Democrats how they should be acting as an opposition party. So buckle up, be sure to hit the like button if you can. It helps us out a ton, helps our channel get out to more people, and let's get into the video.
I believe that when a person gets sick, they shouldn't go bankrupt in the wealthiest country in the history of the world. Common sense. I believe that a minimum wage should cover the minimum cost to live. Common sense. And by the way, we should see that not paying a living wage is also a form of corporate welfare and looting, because big companies like Walmart and Amazon often rely on the food stamp program and public coffers to cover the wages that they won't pay. I believe that homes are not slot machines for investors and Wall Street.
This is all true. It's the dirty little secret that Republicans will never tell you. It's that these social programs are really just corporate subsidy. It's the fact that these jobs won't provide you the basic necessities to live, despite you giving them your labor week in and week out, that we need things like food stamps, that we need things like Medicaid. But this kind of messaging is what I hope Democrats return to, because the average voter, to be honest, isn't going to be moved by how you strengthened NATO, right? It isn't going to be, they aren't going to be moved about our power abroad with our allies, but they will be moved by Trump trying to take our healthcare. So get back to reminding people that in the richest country in the world, we shouldn't be without healthcare. And the reason that you are, and that people are, is because of Republicans. Where there is almost 30 homes for each homeless person, homelessness shouldn't exist. And the reason that it does is because of Republican policy. And we could solve these problems, but Republicans rather do handouts to corporations and tax cuts for billionaires.
She was asked about me. Quote, what intellectual thought? You were in a bar. You were in a bar, AOC, and not to have a drink, but to serve one. And I want you all to understand, I don't care what this woman says about me, but I want you to understand that she isn't just talking about me here. She's talking about you. She's talking about all of us. Because the entire job of the president's lawyer is to speak for him. Trump hired her to speak for him. So imagine what it means for our country that the president's own lawyer cannot even conceive of a working class person being intelligent simply because of the job that they have.
This is, of course, Alina Habba they're speaking of. We covered it on the channel, but it does clearly show the snobby elitism on the right, where they legitimately think it's some knock on AOC and her intelligence because she worked a real job to pay her way through college, mind you, because, you know, anyone in the outside of the top 10% wouldn't have to do that. But apparently to them, I mean, that you're just not as smart, because it really does say a lot about what they think of us, what they think of the working class. We're just less than. We're not capable of the same level of intelligence. And I think it kind of gives the game away a lot of a lot of what they do, right? They're brazenly lying to their base because they literally see them as easy targets and like, well, we can get away with it. They can't keep up with us intellectually. And sadly, I can't really say they were wrong with MAGA.
You know, Fox News and the right wing will have you believe that these American values are something out of the Communist Manifesto. That we believe these things because we went to college and read them in a book somewhere. But let me tell you, Fox News, I don't believe these things. I don't believe in healthcare, labor, and human dignity because I'm a Marxist. I believe it because I was a waitress.
Run on this Please run on this, Democrats. Common sense is universal health care. Common sense is universal pre-K and college. Common sense is eradicating homelessness. Common sense is democratic policies because they are of the working class. They represent the working class. Meanwhile, Trump and Republicans are beholden to their donors, and they were born with a silver spoon a lot of the times, and that's why they think being a bartender makes you stupid. I would happen to think that a lot of bartenders are bartenders because the cost of living and education doesn't allow them to afford college, not because of their intelligence, but Trump and Alina Habba think differently. I would say a lot of intelligent people are probably living below their means because of the exact economic strain that Republican policies place on society for the sole reason of enriching billionaires. And the more Democrats can highlight this, the more that Trump continues to show his hand that this is what he's doing in real time, as he can't help to, the better that our electoral future will be.